You're watching the Friday Night Blitz.
The undefeated Harlan Hawks help us kick off this Saturday night. Welcome into the Friday Night Blitz, San Antonio's only 30-minute high school football show. Only 4 area teams entered Week 7 undefeated. Question is, did they stay that way? 10 different games coming your way over this next half hour, including our Player of the Week and a special guest for our Coaches Connection. But you know where we start first. Our Thomas J. Henry Game of the Week features one of those undefeated teams, second-ranked Brandeis Broncos and 10th-ranked O'Connor Panthers. Panthers' only loss coming at the hands of Steele at the start of the season, but both of these teams a perfect 4-0 in district play. O'Connor pinned back, trying to punt, but the kick is blocked. Kane Buchanan scoops it up and scores all the way to the other end, 28 yards for a Broncos lead. But Panthers attack back. Brandeis quarterback Jordan Battles gets rid of it, but it's intercepted by C.J. Waller. Waller trying to fight his way through, and O'Connor's David Dodd would take care of the rest. From 4 yards out, punches it in to even the score, 7-all. But Battles starts to battle back, does what he does best, redeems himself, plenty of time, decides to take it in himself. 31 yards later, no one can touch him. Brandeis takes back the lead 14-7. Then, just before the half, Broncos block another punt. This time, Mazal Mitchell takes it in, make that 21-7 Brandeis. And the Broncos would hold on from there, 37-15 that final. Marcus Floyd standing by with the winning head coach.
I'm joined by victorious Brandeis head coach David Branson. Coach Branson, 37-15, a big stepping stone and a big milestone by beating O'Connor tonight. What did it take to get this victory?
Well, I think it took a tremendous job by our defense and special teams initially, and then our offense late to kind of bring that triple threat that we have to be successful. I think O'Connor did a tremendous job. They're a great opponent. It was a battle till the end, but thankfully our Bronco fight came through again.
When's the last time you've been in a game where there's been 2 blocked punts?
College, but it's nice to see it. Our guys do a tremendous job. They call themselves supersonic. I think they were pretty supersonic tonight.
Now, how about the contribution that Jordan made? I mean, he kind of put it on his shoulders there a little bit at the end. I know it was a total team effort, but he really contributed pretty heavily tonight, didn't he?
Absolutely. To see, there was some frustration offensively. They were doing some things to us to hurt us. And to see him battle back and lead at the end and to know that he was going to take control and it was going to be all right. And that's exactly what he did, and that's the great quality about him.
Now, again, big milestone. You guys are still undefeated on the season, but you guys still haven't accomplished anything yet. You guys still have quite a bit to prove, don't you?
Well, our goal, obviously our first goal is to win a district championship, but our biggest goal is to do something Brandeis has never done, and that's to be one of 4. And that's what we're going to work towards to see that accomplished.
37-15, the Broncos win tonight. Guys, back to you in the studio. We'll have more for you coming up.
Marcus, thank you very much. You heard him. Much more coming up later in the show. But first, another big game this weekend. District 27 6A showdown between the Southside Bobcats and the Roosevelt Rough Riders. Bobcats look to remain unbeaten in district play. Meanwhile, Rough Riders looking to bounce back after suffering their first setback 2 weeks ago against Madison. Rough Riders' Dwayne Coleman rolls to his left, throws a jump ball for his receiver, Daquan Kindred. Outleaps the defender, big first down, and then Roosevelt still moving the sticks. Delayed handoff a little bit, but Robert Meadows charging through the line, flings off a couple of tacklers, gets inside the red zone, which would set up this short lob from Coleman to Kindred to finish the job. Rough Riders up early on 7-0, but then that would open the floodgates. A long Roosevelt drive is capped off by a 4th down conversion. Easy jog into the end zone for Rashad Owens. Nice celebration as well. After a South Stand turnover, Roosevelt connects on the very next play. Coleman goes long to Robert, smothers all over Smother in that ball, a 30-yard touchdown down the sideline. Roosevelt led 18-0 at the half. They go on to shut out the Bobcats 46-0. How about the 8th-ranked team in our Friday Night Blitz power rankings? Veterans Memorial Patriots hosting the Jefferson Mustangs. Patriots starting out strong, good pass, run up the middle, but it's stopped by a stampede of Mustang defenders just short of a first down. Then later on, same drive, This time, quarterback Kalik Paulette. Plenty of time. Finds wide receiver Jovan Wiley deep in the red zone. Vets showing why they're undefeated in district play. Paulette then rushes it in from the far left side to finish the job. This score would go on. Patriots go on to win it 49-7 that final. Let's head over to Lenhop Stadium now, where the Canyon Cougars taking on the Clemens Buffaloes. And it's going to be the Cougars that attack first in this one. Quarterback Dallas Gomez rolling right. Hits wideout Jacob Garcia, corner of the end zone. Cougs up 7-0. Then late in the first, Buffaloes buck back. Quarterback Max DiDomenico keeps it for himself. Plenty of room to run all the way in to tie the game up at 7-all. But DiDomenico just getting warmed up this time. From all the way back, the 25 keeps it again. Cuts right through the D, and he is gone. 71-yard touchdown. Buffaloes win 41-13. How about District 14 5A play? San Antonio, Memorial, and Alamo Heights, both 1-1 entering tonight. Mules feeling the hype at the start of the game. About 2 minutes into the first quarter, Mules quarterback Kobe Love hits wideout Blake Burke with a beautiful catch in the corner. First points of the game. Mules leading at 7-0. Then fast forward, Heights ball again, this time Love with a lot of love. Hands it off to Aaron Proctor. Proctor makes it into the end zone. Alamo Heights takes a big 14-0 lead. They would go on to win this one 49-7 over Memorial. All right, let's take a look at a couple other big games from Friday night. Judson Rockets prevail 54-20 over the New Braunfels Unicorns. And then the Antlers, Kerrville-Tivy, big 49-0 win over Uvalde. Steel Knights 56-3 over San Marcos. And then Medina Valley Panthers win 63-7 over the Kennedy Rockets. Over at Gus tonight, Taft Raiders taking on the Holmes Huskies. Huskies still looking for that first win of the season. Few minutes into the first quarter, Raiders quarterback Zamarian Malvern sprints down the sideline, makes his way to the end zone. Raiders on the board first, 7-0. Scary play then here early in the game. Huskies quarterback Christopher Medelas feels the pressure, fumbles the ball, tries to pick it back up, but takes a brutal hit. Thankfully, all players were able to make it back on their feet, including him, though the Raiders, Santiago Molina, was ejected from the game for targeting. Now, Raiders ball, Malvern hands it off to McKinney Martin. Martin still running, but he's taken down at the 8-yard line. Very next play, Malvern again, this time rumbling into the end zone. Taft would go on to win it 24-0 over Holmes. Now, don't go anywhere. Friday Night Blitz is just getting started. Plenty more games to get to. Plus, we'll go back out to our game of the week and introduce you to our player of the week for week 7. Stay with us. Welcome back to the Friday Night Blitz. Entering Week 7, Wagner and Veterans Memorial were the only two undefeated teams in District 13 5A play. Veterans Memorial got the win over Jefferson tonight, while the Thunderbirds faced off against the Highlands Owls. Let's take you out to Alamo Stadium as 4th-ranked Wagner tries to make it 5 in a row. Wagner up early in this one, scoring position. Handoff to LJ Butler. Butler finds the end zone with ease, putting the T-Birds up 21-0. Next, Butler again, this time goes roughly 28 yards before finally being taken down. That is a tough guy to stop. Wagner about 25 yards out now from the end zone, looking downfield. Beautiful throw. 49-0 lead at the half for Wagner. They go on to win this one 65-0 over Highlands. Over at Ranger Stadium, Smithson Valley hosting the East Central Hornets. Very first drive of the game for the Rangers, coming out strong. Greg Eagleston punches in the short yard touchdown, putting Smithson Valley on the board first, 7-0. Then second drive for Rangers. It's Eagleston again this time. He's hit hard by East Central linebacker Michael Brown. Yikes. Rangers still trying to fight their way through this hornet's nest of a defense, but this time Jacob Stahl stops them in their tracks. Rangers thinking third time's a charm, and it is. Running back Jacob Furton finds a hole, makes his way in. Smithson Valley up 14-0. Rangers go on to win this one 45-13. Over in District 15 3A play, Lytle Pirates and the Randolph Rohawks. Pirates with a challenge tonight though. Second quarter, Rohawks quarterback Jack Morrison hands the ball off, and running back picks up the first down and then some. A lot of trust in the running game for Randolph. Another handoff, and, well, 15 yards later leads to a Rohawks score, dominating the Pirates 42-0, still in the first half. Lytlewood trying to give the team a little bit of life, running up the middle. Court Helton trying to find a spark on offense. However, in the end, Rohawks run all over them, 56-7, that final. All right, let's go back to our game of the week for a moment. We showed you the highlights from Brandeis's big win earlier in the show, but now let's send it back out to Marcus Floyd, who's standing by with the star of the game, Jordan Battles.
Joined by victorious Brandeis Bronco quarterback, Jordan Battles. Jordan, it seems like we've done this quite a few times, huh?
Yes, sir, we have done this quite a few times.
But it's not a bad thing. You guys are undefeated this year, and you beat your biggest rivals. What did it take to win this game tonight?
We started the game slow. We didn't start as fast as we usually do. But, we lost one of our really good teammates, Alex Trevino. So, we came out here. We had to get it done for him. It was his senior year.
Alex, sorry to hear about Alex. Now, what were they doing early that kind of slowed you guys down a little bit, you think?
They started out fast, and I think that's what kind of slowed us down. They kind of hit us in the mouth at the beginning. We weren't expecting it, but we finished the second half.
How big was those 2 block punts to kind of keep you guys in this game early when it would look like you could, it was a little touch and go?
Those block punts, they had a lot going on they had a lot in the game. Without special teams, there would be no football. So,
now, talk about the way your defense stepped up tonight.
Our defense played lights out. They knew it was a big game, and, our defense always steps up to the challenge with Bronco fight.
Now, how about the crowd? The crowd really kind of stepped up, and they got really loud for you guys tonight, didn't they?
Yes, they did. They got really loud.
Now, is it tough to play in these kind of rivalry games and stay up, or was it an easy one tonight?
It was kind of easy just because we had everybody's fans behind us. Every time we scored, they'd get up. Every big play, they'd get up. So they kept us in the game.
Now, here's the other deal. You guys are undefeated right now, but you haven't accomplished quite what you were able to accomplish. What are you guys looking to for the rest of the season?
We just got to finish out the season strong, continue to be undefeated, and make it to the playoffs.
Now, how do you not have a letdown next week after these last 2 big victories?
We at Brandeis, we always play the next game. We never look back or dwell on a team and think a team's not good enough. We take every team to, as a threat.
Jordan Battles, victorious Brandeis Broncos quarterback, 37-15, 3 touchdowns tonight, 3 big touchdowns tonight. Man, Brandeis on a roll. We'll see what they can do the rest of the season. JB, my man, see you later. Back to you guys in the studio.
Big win for the Brandeis Broncos, who are still undefeated after 7 weeks through the regular season. An incredible performance by Jordan Battles. That's why he was our player of the week a couple weeks ago. And speaking of our player of the week, how about after the break we introduce you to this week's player of the week? And I'll give you a hint. He has a really big cannon. Stay with us. Welcome back to the Friday Night Blitz. The Southside Cardinals are at the Texas coast for the 2nd straight week. They fell to Toulouse Midway last week, and, well, Friday's game wasn't any easier. Cardinals facing Corpus Christi Calallen, ranked number 3 in the state rankings. Less than 6 minutes into the first, Cardinals in field goal range, but it's blocked by Brent Green. And the Wildcats recover the ball. Calallen's turn now. Quarterback Jarrett Garza looks up, tries to hit receiver Xavier Kutiga, but the ball is tipped and Cardinals get the INT. Huge play by the defense because it would lead to this. Quarterback Richard Torres in the air, deep ball to Caleb Camarillo, wide open for the score. Southside with a 7-0 lead. 40 seconds left in the half. Second down, Jarrett flips to Jeremiah Earls. Earls racing into the end zone for the first Wildcats touchdown of the night, tied up 7-7. Then Wildcats returning the kick, but Bo Key strips the ball, runs it all the way back for the second Calallen score. And Wildcats would go on to win this one 24-7, that final. All right, you can't have the name Cannon and not have a cannon for an arm, right? Luckily for Cannon Williams, that holds true. The Harlan quarterback has helped lead his team to a perfect 6-0 start this season, which is why he's our player of the week, brought to you by Air Force Recruiting and AFFCU.
I was happy because
somebody seen that, somebody seen the game, somebody gave me recognition for it, you know. We've been having a really good season so far, so I mean, I was just happy.
All right, Cannon, I just want to say congratulations. You are our player of the week. Again, great job with your leadership on the field and off the field. I'm sure you're an inspiration for all of them on the field, all right? Keep on doing a great job, sir. Thank you. All right, there you go. Hey. So it means a great deal to recognize Cannon, obviously, for his success not only on the field but off the field. He's a great leader to his teammates, like I said, on and off the field. So to be able to recognize him not only from the Air Force side but also for the Air Force Credit Union is a great success for what he's been doing for the school and his teammates.
We're down 14 points against Del Rio and obviously this past game against Harlandale, and you know there's never any panic in him. He's playing like he's a senior, he's a junior, and he just goes out there and rallies the team and says, hey, let's go, let's just start over. You know, we always talk about having that short-term memory and just kind of moving forward, and he does it.
Being here with him is amazing, and all the accolades that he's receiving and all the hard work that he's put in. I've expected it, but, you know, when it really happens, it's like, wow, this is cool. So I'm just trying to keep a level head about it and try to enjoy it as much as I possibly can.
Keep doing what we're doing, keep our heads down, stick to the hard work.
The Friday Night Blitz Player of the Week is brought to you by United States Air Force, Aim High, and Air Force Federal Credit Union, Integrity, Service, Excellence. Great schools tend to have great traditions, and Roosevelt has one that sticks. Mike Lefko explains in this week's Fan Cam.
It was cold at Heroes Stadium tonight, but Roosevelt brought the offense and the big stick.
It's a movement that started at Judson High School and has quickly made its way through South Texas. The story of Judson football player Bryce Wisdom, who was diagnosed with kidney cancer earlier this year. He's set to start 25 weeks of chemo and radiation next week. And to show their support for Bryce, the Judson girls basketball team dedicated their season to him. Marcus has more with our special guest coach.
Hey guys, you know, normally I'm supposed to do Coach's Connection with football, but I mean, not a lot of those coaches have won state championships, and here's one that has, Coach Treva Corrales. And Coach Corrales, what did the football team in Judson need to do to win a state championship like you have?
That is so wrong.
Rodney, we got you on that. No, but
they've already won way more than I've won, so they're doing the right thing.
But they haven't won it recently, and they don't have this kind of necklace either. Rodney, you need one of these. Okay. The real reason why we're here is for a serious subject. Coach Corrales, I see your T-shirt. I was able to witness what you did. Why would the team step up for Bryce Wisdom?
Well, Bryce is fierce. He's a fighter. He represents, I think, everything that coaches want out of their teams. And sometimes teenagers can kind of have an ego where if things aren't going right, they fold. And this young man is battle-tested. He's proven, and he's still fighting. And so what he represents is what we're striving for, ironically.
And I'm sorry, I was there, so I think everybody knows. But what is your team doing for Bryce?
So we have custom shoes that we're wearing this year that are actually red and orange, not our school colors, but orange to represent his kidney cancer. And then on the tongue, it has a B and an S for Bryce Strong. And his shoes, one of the players purchased for him, Kiara Sanderlin, our captain, wanted to do that for him. We're dedicating the season to him. I mean, every step he takes, we're going to be right there with him. And you know, we want to go on that journey and that walk with him.
This is the great thing that you guys are doing. The whole Judson Rocket community has come out to celebrate and to stand behind this young man, and other schools also. That's the reason why we play sports. That's the reason why we play football. That's the reason why we're all in this. We appreciate you, Coach Calallen. And guys, again, the Coaches Connection, this is why we do things. This is why we're in it. Back to you in the studio.
Our deepest thoughts and prayers with Bryce and the Wisdom family. Here's our top plays of the week, brought to you by IHOP. Next week, Game of the Week, Smithson Valley Rangers and the Judson Rockets. Thanks for joining us. Have a great night.